Hello, and welcome to the Board Game Chuck YouTube channel. My name is Pierre. In today's unboxing, we have a very special game here. This is Circadians First Light 2nd Edition, and what makes it so special is that this copy was provided by the publisher, Garphill Games. So I'll have a link in the description below for his website where you can purchase all of his great stuff that he makes, and sit back, relax, and enjoy the discovery. Here we go, Circadians First Light 2nd Edition. So as I said in the intro, this copy was provided by Garphill Games. So let's get into it. I do have the first edition as well, so I'll be posting another video coming up here of the differences between both editions. So you might hear me talk about what they are here a little bit, but we're going to go into more detail with the actual next video. So stay tuned for that. The first thing we have here is the glossy rulebook here. Component list, and then how to put everything back in the tray, which is supremely useful there. Perfect. Setup. So as far as I understand it, not a lot has changed rule-wise. Maybe little tweaks here and there, but most of it is cosmetic. So there we are. Contract cards. Last page being used for something. That's great news. Let's get into it here. So here are the player screens. So you would put this between you, like this, boop, and then you'd have all of your base stuff right here, because it's a dice placement, worker placement game, and so you're placing your die, but you don't want anyone to know what you're doing because they might change their plans that way. So place all your dice, and then reveal. So there you go. So there's the front of it here. Very nice, vibrant colors, and of course there's 4, so 1 for each player there. And here we have some of the player boards, and we have some of the factions as well. So we have the Larian here, and the Charo as well, and these are all double-sided. The aliens here for variability, and also the boards here where you get to send out your people for worker placement, and these are, as you can tell, player-based, right? So to keep it all, scalable essentially. So you got the market here, the foundry where you go get your planes, the mining camp here, we get the crystals, and here for the gardens that you go get in the laboratory here. You guys had double-sided, very nice. Here we have some gem caches. So these go around the map, which I'll show a bit later. They're double-sided and they're secret. There's some ways to look at them, but if you're there at the end of the game, you get those points there. Here we have the first player marker, which is the radio there. And this is new to this expansion here. This is this is the one Renzo event tile here. And here we have the negotiation board, where most of the negotiations will be happening, if that makes any sense. And here we have 2 of the alien tiles that come with the game here. So, as I understand it, I'm not sure if all or most of a little expansion that came out for Circadians First Edition is just included in here, so you get additional leaders here. So you have this one here, I'm trying to pronounce it. It's Yul Katal is this gentleman here, and he provides you with this spaceship that you get to put on your board, which is really dang good, if you don't mind me saying. And then this one here is a farm, and this one is provided by Tsunari, and that's the alien there. And then we have here just upgrade tiles for your base. And these 3 here, 1, 2, 3. And then next up, we have more of the faction boards here. This is the Jarek, and it's double-sided. And we have 2 more worker placement spots here. So this is the Academy and the Control Room. And here we have some of the farms that you can build onto your board to help you get resources. This is solo play components here. This is a 3 dice that you get with Sal. And this is his little icon here. And here's this more of the upgrade tiles for your base there. So that's what that looks like. Now we're going to get, this is two-sided. So this is for solo play. So easy, easy, standard, hard, and insane. So if you flip these boards around here, these are the player boards. And they're all identical. Right, and then so the spaceship upgrades here go up here, and the more you fill, the more points you get. And the farms that I showed as well, the ones on this side here, the farms, they go on this side. And like I said, the more you fill, the more points you get as well. And yeah, so that's what the player boards look like. One for each player, of course, 4 players. And here is, let me just move this forward because I'll be needing this for this little show and tell. So right here, this is the planet board. It's double-sided for variability. And remember I said those these tiles here, the cachet tiles, they go like right here. Oh, and they're not as tight as they were in the old game, which is great because I was kind of afraid to break the board on the last one. So these go here, and if you're there at the end of the game, this one would get you, would net you six great points. So there you go. Here we have another worker placement spot. This is the depository here, which is coupled with the headquarters. Double-sided as well, but yeah, so this is for 4 players, and this is for 1 to 3. This is blocked out if you're playing with less than 3 players, so 1 to 2. Next, let's look into these little things here. These are the harvesters. So this is how you would move around on the planet board. Everyone starts in the middle here, like these. I start in the middle, and you can just move out, and wherever you are, you get those resources during the harvest phase. So some are just the resources, some are the resources and other workers, and if you land in a spot that has these icons here, so this one, or this one, you get 1 crystal for the first person that gets there, and here you would get 3 water. There you go. So those are the harvesters there. And let's get into these very colorful dice. The dice haven't changed, it seems. There's 3 colors. Watch your ears here. Yep. So we have kind of black, turquoise, orange, and purple. And they're very, very nice, high-quality dice. Very tiny, but they take up less room, which is nice on the boards. And next, let's go into the resources here. So we'll take a look at the cards later, because in the old version, instead of having, as you can tell, see some of the resources are bigger than others. They had a ×5 and a ×10 card that you could just put because you went through a lot of resources in this game. Crystals, not so much. That's why there's only one size here. So these are the red crystals. Here we have the power. Just like that. So this would be that's a 5, and then the small ones are little ones. And then here we have, of course, the water. It's blue and it's a drop. I don't know what else it could be, I guess. Some sort of Romulan ale. So we got the 5s there, and we got the ones there. And we also have here the algae. Oops. So we have 5s for the big ones and 1s for the small ones again. And these ones here, they're the incident tokens. So if you'll permit me to, I'll show you these first, like this. And I will see if I can find the board they go onto. Yep, okay, so watch your ears again, not that loud. So I'll even take the whole board out because this is the board I need. So this is the negotiation board. And you see these little holes here. Punch them out here at the beginning of the game. Well, not at the beginning of the game, but these are punched out. And at the beginning of the game, you put these in here. And then when you negotiate, they get transferred here. This is good. This is not so good, but you still get the points. All that stuff. I'm toying with the idea as well of starting to make how-to videos. So maybe if you want to see those, maybe write yay or nay in the comments. I also have some cards here. I'm just going to open them up off screen. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back, and I noticed, let me just straighten this out here. I mean, I'm OCD and that's bothering the heck out of me. So there you go. Okay, so first off, we'll start with these are the solo cards. I'm not really sure if they give them a name. Yes, they're called the scheme cards. So there you go. I don't really play solo in this game. So this is what they look like. There's pretty much just a pile of iconography on here, but it's very easy to understand. I mean, red crystal, move up that one token I showed you. These are pretty self-explanatory here. So those are, there you go with those ones. I'll put those there. And then we have I'll go with the event cards next. So this card you would play in every game. It's the end of an era, and you play 8 rounds. So you would take all of these cards here, shuffle them up, and draw 8. And as you can tell, there's some kind of orange-backed ones and some blue-backed ones. The orange-backed ones are negative kind of events that will happen throughout the game. And the blue turquoisey ones here will be positive ones that happen. So, for example, 2 contract cards may be discarded in place of spending 2 energy or 1 gem, which is a boon there. So those are those cards there. And we have these are the contract cards, so the items that you can get, and they give you various things. So this one is minus some water payment for going to a certain location, and they're worth victory points at the end of the game. This is what they cost there. And then the illustrations are very sci-fi looking. Oh, the captain's hat. So we'll go through them. Let's see if I can hold it better so I can show off the whole card. There's some armor, some lamps, a pump, LGSL, ID badge, oops, security codes. Those are very important, I guess, for security. Apparently, I've been, well, not apparently, because I've been looking at Garphill Games' Instagram here, and they will be announcing that they are making, well, they want to, in the coming months, especially in January, they want to launch the Kickstarter expansion for this game. So I'm looking very forward to that, see what they do, because this game is, I mean, in terms of board games, I guess it's old because it didn't come out, yesterday, and we tend to, forget things that haven't come out yesterday. So there you go. And look, I forgot to take this out of the package when I was doing it, so let me just do it here. So boop. And I do believe this game here is a very, it's like the hidden gem of the Garphill Games library, and more people should play it here. So these cards are the starting cards, your leader cards. So you would get 2 at the beginning of the game, and then have to choose 1 to keep. So these are the people here. Bjorg and Sal. See, that's the Sal that I showed you here. So Sal's value can never be altered, and he cannot be sent to the depository or negotiation board. And like, he's got that little chit, and he's worth 3, so you can put him wherever you want, except because the depository and negotiation board, the dice stay there and you don't get them back, so they want you to always use him. So, ooh, look at that, Nora Soul. She grew out her hair. In the other game, she's got like a little buzz cut thing. Or I guess maybe it's right there and you're not seeing it. Renzo Noland, he's the guy with that little chit there. And then we call, her name is Rosalind Ashford. But in our gaming group, we call her Mallory Archer because she looks very much like Mallory Archer, R.I.P., unfortunately. Sable Lissetti. Sunari, this is one of the new ones. So was Borgensal. And this one is new-ish. Like, it's the same gentleman, I believe, but there's a different little take on him there. It's Troy Sullivan. Ulka Tal is also new. And then this one's new as well, Zapporo. You may immediately roll and assign any dice gained during the execute phase to your farm. That's great. And then Zoe Ashford. So there you go. Usually empty box, empty video, but I'll just go through a little bit of it here because the insert is very upgraded from the other one as well. So here you have little containers for each resource. They go in there, and then they go here. In the other game, they're kind of just piled in. You got to scrape them out. So I have them in bags so they come out easier. But this insert, just a couple of words on it, is quite fabulous. So very appreciated. But I believe that's the end of the video here. If you like what you saw, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And um, thank you again to Garfield Games for providing this unboxing copy. And until next time, have a good one.